am Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World of the Black Business School, and I am sitting here. I'm getting ready to do some work tonight, some places I got to go, and I thought I would just check in and say hi and see how everybody's doing. Sitting here, I'm getting ready. Give me a second here. Do some work tonight. Some places I got to go. Let me stop echoing. Okay, that's rule number one. Stop echoing. What's up, Michelle Martin? How you doing? I see Michelle is here. I'm going to see Michelle in a little bit. We're actually in Chicago tonight. We're about to screen our film Democracy: A Black American Horror Story down at the Studio Movie Grill down in Chatham, black neighborhood, beautiful theater. Beautiful theater. You hear me? I'm talking about recliner seats, like they got barbecue ribs, just all kinds of stuff that makes it into a wonderful place. This full bar you can go to even if you don't go see a movie. It's really one of the nicest theaters I've ever seen, and I'm very happy that it's in a black community. I don't know who owns it entirely, who owns the national chain, but it's the best venue that we've had in a while, especially for the price. So we're going to start doing a lot of business with Studio Movie Grill. In fact, we're going to start releasing all of our films through Studio Movie Grill. But that's neither here nor there. So by the way, so if you want to come out to see us in Chicago, you can go to drboycechicago.com and get your ticket online, or you can just show up at the door. I don't know if the online tickets are still available, but you can show up at the door. I think there'll be some left there. Also, we'll be in Dallas. Dr. Claude Anderson will be in Dallas. I'm going to do a digital presentation in Dallas. So you can go to drboycedallas.com if you're interested. So thank you for saying welcome to Chicago, Ray. You should be there. You should be hanging out with us. Okay. All right. See, now I won't get no shit when we don't come back to Chicago for a couple of years now, because people have been like, when you come to Chicago? You never come to Chicago. You don't come. So we're in Chicago now. We'll be here today and tomorrow. Tomorrow we're showing Raising a Black Scholar. So so now I'm in Chicago, full effect, doing our thing. Then after that, we're going to hit the rest of the world. So we're going to be, in fact, when we push our movies out, we're going to push them out to multiple theaters at once, as opposed to doing, city by city. That's kind of how our business is evolving. Now, let me show you all something that is nothing less than a complete motherfucking masterpiece. And I emphasize the word motherfucking because this lady, she cusses more than I do. So she's probably going to hell too. But she is my hero. She did a video on Bill Cosby. And I'll tell you what, I said, Lord Jesus, who is this lady? And what wonderful planet do they make black women like her on? Because I want to live on that planet, because clearly they make a superior species. So let me introduce you. Her name is Michelle. I don't have her last name in front of me, but I'm going to open up this video so you guys can kind of hear her point of view. She is a sharp black woman, but she's also not afraid to share her perspective. Now, you don't have to agree with her, but you have to respect the passion. You have to respect the fact that she is a person that is okay with saying something that is not politically correct, that doesn't fit the conventional narrative, that doesn't fit with political, with whatever the media is telling you to believe about, all of this with the Cosby thing. And I saw the video and I hit my manager. I said, Michelle, we got to talk about this. And Michelle actually reached out to that Michelle. And she said, oh, I reached out to her and she would be geeked to come on and talk to you. So I said, well, tell her I'm equally geeked to talk to her. So I'm actually bring her in tomorrow. But I was so pumped up about her video that I was like, I'm going to play this video today because y'all need to see this shit. Okay, because she's now mind you, I cussed a little bit to kind of prepare your brain for a little get a couple little swear words in there. But then if that bothers you, just you can step out the room. But if you can get past that part, which I think makes it actually more interesting, to be honest with you, I think this video lays out a point of view that should be on every national media outlet in the world, but it won't be. It won't be. Why won't it be? Well, because they're not going to hear an authentic black narrative when it comes to all this stuff. They want to hear the white narrative. They want to hear the feminist narrative. They want to hear the liberal or conservative narrative. They want to hear the white supremacist narrative. They don't want to hear black points of view. I'm hearing from black people all over the country who are saying this Bill Cosby trial is a big pack of bullshit. They're like, what is this? This is insanity. Like, is this what our justice system's all about? A bunch of he said, she said? So, but of course, I mean, you black in America, so, it is what it is, right? So let me play this video. I'm gonna shut up and let y'all just hear what she has to say, because I respect, and I was so happy she made this video, and I want you guys to kind of check it out. Here it goes. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me do the stop share. Let me share it again so I can do it the right way. Okay, here we go. All right.
Okay, so I got some shit I got to say. I ain't done my motherfucking hair. It's still early around my house. I give no damn though. I am so motherfucking tired of watching black folks on social media criticize other motherfucking black folks because we are taking the stance, and I'm gonna say we, because I take that same motherfucking stance, that we don't give a fuck about what Bill did. And we don't give a fuck about him going to jail either. Like, he guilty, okay, he going to jail. At the end of the day, we give no fuck. But let me go a little bit more in detail. I'm tired of watching you black motherfuckers, okay, get on here and criticize your people on your platform and talking shit and saying things like, if we sit here and say, oh, we give no fuck about Bill, what about the white person or this person or that person, and we point out another person that should be locked the fuck up as a white man, but they're not, right? Then you tell us that we sound like the All Lives Matter, or people who say, what about all the white folks that are killed by black folks? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? The shit that I see make me want to jump through the screen and wish I could slap. I wish it was a slap a motherfucker response, like when they open their phone, like a hand jump out the phone and slap the fuck out of you, okay? Are you, as a black person, are y'all really fucking going off on y'all people and comparing us to like All Lives Matter? Right? We're taking the focus off of Bill to focus on white people when we should just be like, oh, Bill is guilty and he go to jail. Let's leave it at that. No, we're not gonna fucking leave it at that, because this is my problem here, okay? First of all, Bill is one of many, right? But the difference between Bill and the other many is that he is a fucking black man, right? This Me Too movement, when it started, first of all, a black woman started that shit, right? But then nationally, it got hijacked by fucking Becky, right? So now it's turned into what the fuck happens to Becky, who's misusing her pussy, who's leading her on and having affairs with her at work, whose dick she sucked because she thought, nobody said that she would, that she might lose her job if she didn't suck the dick, right? So now this is what Me Too has turned into. Me Too don't give a fuck about black women, right? They have completely etched us out of this situation. They done took it and hijacked it, right? So even when Becky came out and started talking about all the motherfuckers that are doing shit to her, she named a whole lot of white counterparts, right? But even though Becky did that, Tom ain't going to jail. Tom ain't serving no time. Tom ain't facing no motherfucking charges, but we gonna lock the nigga up. But I don't see no white boys going to jail, right? I don't see no white boys being charged with no shit. Matter of fact, I see motherfucking white boys raping girls, even though she was white too, but he raped a motherfucking girl, right, at a party when she was passed out. This nigga got 6 months. 6 fucking months because the judge didn't want to ruin his life. Fuck kind of shit is that? See, this is the thing. We watch black people time and time and time of fucking again go to jail for crimes they have committed. We know that black people pay for their crimes. We overly pay for our fucking crimes. And a lot of times we go to jail for crimes we didn't even fucking commit. Right? We die because we just black. We die because we holding cell phones and they supposed to be guns. Like, get the fuck out of here. But we supposed to somehow be in an uproar and all of this over the white women that got raped by Bill? Let me tell you something. This might sound a little bit harsh to y'all, but ask me if I give a fuck. I give no fuck. Say that again. I give no fuck about black men raping white women. Yeah, I said that, right? I don't give a fuck until y'all start giving a fuck about white people, white men raping and mistreating black women. See, we've been raped ever since we came here. Our motherfucking identity, our bodies, our pussies, our minds, we have been completely fucking raped. But they don't pay for that, right? Right? We want to go back 30, 40 years. So, okay. Let's do that then, right? I'm sure that there's a bunch of old white men around here who lynched a whole bunch of people like 40 years ago, who was raping black women even back then. We throwing them motherfuckers in jail? I'll wait, right? Because we don't do that in this country. We only come after black people who commit crimes. So yes, I give no fuck about what Bill did to those white women. I don't. And I never will give a fuck. And I'm never going to care about how black men treat, misuse, or abuse white women, right? I will say this to you. When y'all start giving a fuck about how this country treats black women, then I'll give a fuck about you white women. Until then, I give no motherfucking fucks. And as far as you black people trying to come on here and criticize your own goddamn people, talk about, oh, fair is fair and right is right, and y'all sound crazy, Bill was wrong, and y'all sticking up for him. I ain't sticking up for that nigga. He raped them women, but I am saying, so what? I give no fuck. And while we talking about rape and all you black men want to come over here, I understand that this Me Too movement got y'all in a predicament. So sometimes y'all have to come on here and kiss ass and try and sound like politically correct because y'all don't want to get caught up in that shit, right? I understand that that's what y'all doing, but I'm gonna need y'all from a woman's perspective to calm the fuck down, right? We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's a lot of black women that don't give a fuck, right? Like I said, when you start trying motherfucking white people for their crimes from 30 and 40 fucking years ago, then you could come and talk to me. I'm gonna need you black folks to lay the fuck up off of your people criticizing them because they don't give no fuck. You don't understand everything we've been through in this country? You don't understand that? We look at Bill's situation, and yes, in Bill's motherfucking situation, he was guilty of what the fuck he did, okay? But it is also a big acknowledgement and one more motherfucking time to slap in the face, knowing that Bill is not the only person that has been called to the carpet in this Me Too shit, yet and still he is the only person going to jail. When this nigga ain't even a threat. He a threat? This nigga is 80 years old. He needs something slipped in his drink for his dick to work these days. But we gonna send him to jail. I'm cool with that. I wanna know when we gonna start sending the rest of these motherfuckers to jail, holding them accountable for their crimes, starting with our president. Until then, I give no fuck about these white bitches' tears. I don't. I don't care. And I never will care. And that's how the rest of our people feel. And for those of you that are black and don't understand that, I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out the sunken place. Fuck these motherfuckers till they do right by us.
Oh, tell me that was not a great video that she did. That was classic. That was classic. That I ain't never seen nothing on a movie screen in Hollywood, nowhere more interesting than that video. Um, and I'm gonna tell you, people, I see a lot of y'all are agreeing, and I agree too. When I saw what she said, I loved it because she's not afraid to passionately express how she feels. A lot of black folks are scared. We're trying to be politically correct. We're trying to make sure we don't offend the wrong person. She really just kind of laid it out there, and I think that that's what we need. We need people that are going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you, I mean, from the very beginning, I've always said repeatedly that this trial was nonsense. It's not because everybody thinks Bill Cosby's a good guy or Bill Cosby's innocent. That ain't the issue. The issue is that, that it's not fair. You're bending the rules of justice in your favor at your convenience. You're changing the rules as you play the game. You're deciding as you go along who's bad and who's not. I guarantee you this: if they would put a fine-tooth comb on Bill Clinton and put his ass on trial, there's a bunch of things Bill Clinton could be going to prison for. I will also tell you this: there's a thing called the statute of limitations. What you basically just said, the statute of limitations doesn't mean shit. But the thing is, you'll never apply that against a white woman. You'll never go back and get a white woman like the lady that lied. Remember that lady that lied, and she confessed years later that she made up the stuff about Emmett Till and got his face smashed in and murdered. She got him murdered, a little boy murdered, because she told a damn lie. And then y'all want to act like these women don't lie. Give me a fucking break. There are lying women everywhere, just like there are lying men. If you believe in equality, then you believe that men and women can equally lie. So why would you somehow tell me that I'm victim blaming if I asked you a fucking question? Like, did you really do it? Do you have proof? Can you show? Did you go to the police? Why did you keep taking money from him? Why did you keep going to his house when he was your rapist? Like, most people don't want to go hang out with their rapist. Were you bragging to your friends that this guy was your friend? I know people who've been sexually assaulted, and they don't seem to do that. They don't go and tell everybody that you should give me this job because I'm in really good with Bill Cosby and he's raping you every time you go see him. I mean, it's weird. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. And the thing is that you're asking us to agree with this conviction because what you're saying is that your side of the story makes sense, but you're not hearing other sides of the story, and you're not admitting that those sides of the story make sense too. So I think that what's happened, unfortunately, is that the Me Too movement started off as something good. It started off as something that was necessary. You needed to talk about sexual assault against women. There are lots of women out here that have been harmed and molested, assaulted, raped, harassed, all these things. And what you've done is you've watered all that down because you've let any old lying asshole to come off the street and say, me too. Like the lady said, you know, you agree, you go in there and you offer to suck your boss's dick, and then you come back and say, well, I was victimized because I felt that if I didn't suck his dick, I wouldn't get the promotion. Like what how are you changing the whole narrative? I mean, you do we not believe that women are incapable of coming on to men? Do we not even talk about the fact that women tend to be attracted to powerful men, and that there would be times where that woman is sending him naked pictures and messaging him and saying, hey, where's your wife at? Why don't you come in the broom closet with me? And then later on claiming to be a victim? Well, that's a lie. That's a farce. That's nonsense. You know, so what I think that, you know, has happened here, and I've reached out to this sister. I'm gonna bring her in because I want her to, you know, defend her point of view and to share more of her perspective. But, you know, my point of view here is that you've lost common sense. There's nothing that makes sense about any of this trial. There's nothing legal about anything that happened to Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby got publicly lynched because, remember, in lynchings, it was never a time where, you know, every person who was lynched was always completely innocent. In many cases, it was somebody who was accused of something who had not been convicted, and people, racist white vigilante mobs, decided we're gonna take justice in our own hands. You know, fuck the law, fuck the rules. We're gonna go in that jail. We're gonna get that nigga out, take him outside, hang him from a tree. So Bill Cosby, he didn't get hung from a tree, but he did get destroyed in front of the public, humiliated in front of everybody. He's gonna be he might be sent to prison until the day he dies, because they're like, we're gonna teach this nigga a lesson, because we believe them. We believe any woman that comes off the street and says whatever without any evidence, statute of limitations have passed. There's nothing legal about us being able to prosecute this guy, but we can do it because we are white. And that's basically what just happened here. If it was if there was a white man who was accused of those crimes, it could be 10 million black people saying he did something to all of us. He raped every one of us. He got a long penis. He raped 10 million black people. And they literally would ignore it. They'd say, yeah, we understand, but the statute of limitations, and unfortunately, you know, the law says that we can't do it. We want to give you justice for Freddie Gray, but the law says that we can't do it because of procedure number 94782. We want to prosecute the cop who killed Alton Sterling, but we just can't because there's a technicality that says that it's not legal for us to pursue charges. But yet, when it comes to a black defendant, they're like, no, we're not letting any technicality stop us from getting what we want. Remember, and that's really the essence of white power. You know, the essence of white power goes back to Powernomics, where Dr. Anderson said, and Claude Anderson said in his book, power is the ability to impose your will despite the opposition of others. So basically, if you want to see an example of white supremacy, an example of white power, an example of racism, an example of the fact that they care nothing about you. This is a perfect example. They literally just threw the law to the side and said, okay, well, all right, Miss Sally, tell your story. We're going to take your word for it. And remember, this lady literally got $3.5 million because Bill Cosby grabbed her boobs. Like, that's, from what I read, that's all she's accused him of doing. I didn't see anything about penetration. Maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like she's saying he put me to sleep and grabbed my boobs. Now, again, I don't know if he did it. Maybe he did, you know, but if he did, she got $3.5 million for that. You know, I mean, ladies out here who are watching, would you take $3.5 million for somebody, if somebody grabbed your boobs? I mean, and apologize for it? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. It's wrong. We know it's wrong. We know that if that happened, we know that it's wrong. But the point is, at what point is there a point where somebody has paid the debt that you feel that they owe to you? You know, and I think that where white feminist entitlement comes into play and white feminist selfishness comes into play is the fact that they believe that there is no point at which a black person has ever paid their debt to society. It translates into how they deal with black men when they go to prison. They put you in prison, you get raped many, many times in prison. Ain't nobody doing a Me Too campaign for that. Ain't nobody, your son goes to prison, which is very easy. Lots of black men going to prison. When your son goes to prison and he gets, you know, fucked in the ass 1,000 times, ain't no white feminist going to be lining up with a Me Too campaign protecting him. But they'll protect a white woman who got her titties grabbed or who sucked a dick on the job because she thought she wasn't going to get the promotion. They'll defend her like she's a rape victim. But they won't defend your black son who got cornered in a cell and gang raped by 47 people on a repeated basis. They have they care nothing about that. You know, so ultimately, I think that this is this is just a clear example. I think this is an opportunity for us to really sort of look at America for what it is. Stop thinking that we live in a fantasy world where everything's fair and everything's good. Start talking to your sons about what happens when they get caught up with all the Beckys in the world. Bill Cosby, that's one mistake Bill Cosby and OJ both made. They were out here they just, I guess they just thought there's a point, I think, where people really think I'm so famous and I'm so rich that I can literally do the same thing white people do, and I'm going to be treated differently because I'm a celebrity. And they don't understand how quickly America will dismiss and toss a black celebrity to the side and treat him like a pariah or like a criminal. And it's confusing for these poor guys who are really in the sunken place because they really thought that because they were famous that they were no longer black. And if there's anything I can tell you is that you're always going to be black. So if you look at Cosby, look at O.J. Simpson, you look at Tiger Woods, those cases are almost identical in the sense that you had three black men where there was not adequate proof that of their guilt of doing anything wrong. Tiger didn't do shit wrong. I mean, Tiger cheated on his wife, which is wrong. I mean, it makes him a morally reprehensible person. It makes him a bad husband. But that's between him and his spouse. But his wife is the one who should have went to prison because she tried to kill him with a golf club. Now, you tell me a world where a person can try to murder another person with a golf club, hit them upside the head, bust their face up. That's why Tiger was out of the public eye for about 3 weeks because his face was so busted up because his wife had hit him in the head with the golf club. You tell me a world where I could go out and hit somebody in the head with a golf club and damn near kill them and then have them on national TV apologizing to me. There is nothing that person could have done, nothing they could have said, nobody they could have fucked that would make you feel that they should be apologizing to me. The best thing I would hope for is that I don't get 30 years in prison. But white female privilege kicks in. Everybody sees her as the victim. Everyone always sees the white female as the victim no matter what. Even when she's the perpetrator, even when she's the villain, even when she has attacked somebody. And this ain't no disrespect. I know probably some white women watching this. Some of y'all I might know. I ain't really talking about you, but you need to check yourselves. You need to look around. There's very few. There's a reason why white women are the lowest or the least incarcerated group of people in America, and why black men are the most incarcerated group of people in America. And don't you dare try to say that it's because we're bad and you're good. No, I've seen y'all do some ratchet, horrible, ridiculous shit, but somebody always protects you. So while you are running around here screaming that you're as oppressed as we are, that you deserve the same spot in line for the affirmative action program as black people do, that you've gone through what we've gone through. In fact, when they start talking about reparations, they'll probably start trying to get reparations for white women. While you're saying all that, just understand that these same white men that you claim will oppress you, they're also the same white men who also protect you. They created the Ku Klux Klan to murder us, to protect you. They literally created one of the greatest terrorist organizations in the history of all mankind to protect you. When they made that movie Birth of a Nation in 1919, whatever year it was, and they talked about how the Klan was going around killing black people to protect for these sweet, innocent damsels in distress, they built all that to protect you. Nobody protects black people. Nobody. So stop acting like your feminist sisterhood plight. God bless you for that. Women deserve equal rights. We know that. Stop behaving like you're always the victim, because you're about the most fucking aggressive victim I've ever seen in my life. My God, I've never been more afraid of a victim ever. Victims are supposed to be meek and scared and under attack. No, these victims are some treacherous sons of bitches when they want to be that way. So I'm sorry, you're not a victim. Stop acting that way. So anyway, I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I'm in Chicago. If y'all guys want to come to Chicago, feel free. You can get your ticket at drboycechicago.com or just show up at the Studio Movie Grill out in Chatham. It's on the south side of Chicago. If you haven't been there, it's beautiful. Lots of beautiful black people. Lots of cool stuff going on. Well, Dr. Anderson will be in Dallas next week, so you can go to drboycedallas.com if you want to check that out. So what I'm gonna do is I just feel like we should just end the day on a high note. So what I want to do is before I leave out, I want y'all to just watch this video again, because I love this woman. No disrespect to the woman I love, of course, but I might propose marriage to her tomorrow, because I think that what she did was just extraordinary. And once again, she is my hero. Hold on, let me turn this off. So I just really think everybody should just see what this lady said. I mean, it's so good. Good job, Michelle. Good job being you and not letting anybody slow you down. I'm telling you, I'm really super impressed with this. You have the Dr. Boyce seal of approval. All right, so anyway, let me play this video again. Here we go.
I got to say, I ain't done my motherfucking hair. It's still early around my house. I give no damn though. I am so motherfucking tired of watching black folks on social media criticize other motherfucking black folks because we are taking the stance, and I'm gonna say we, because I take that same motherfucking stance, that we don't give a fuck about what Bill did. And we don't give a fuck about him going to jail either. Like, he guilty, okay, he going to jail. At the end of the day, we give no fuck. But let me go a little bit more in detail. I'm tired of watching you black motherfuckers, okay, get on here and criticize your people on your platform and talking shit and saying things like, if we sit here and say, oh, we give no fuck about Bill, what about the white person or this person or that person, and we point out another person that should be locked the fuck up as a white man, but they're not, right? Then you tell us that we sound like the All Lives Matter, or people who say, what about all the white folks that are killed by black folks? Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? The shit that I see make me want to jump through the screen and wish I could slap. I wish it was a slap a motherfucker response, like when they open their phone, like a hand jump out the phone and slap the fuck out of you, okay? Are you, as a black person, are y'all really fucking going off on y'all people and comparing us to like All Lives Matter? Right? We're taking the focus off of Bill to focus on white people when we should just be like, oh, Bill is guilty and he go to jail. Let's leave it at that. No, we're not going to fucking leave it at that, because this is my problem here, okay? First of all, Bill is one of many, right? But the difference between Bill and the other many is that he is a fucking black man, right? This Me Too movement, when it started, first of all, a black woman started that shit, right? But then nationally, it got hijacked by fucking Becky, right? So now it's turned into what the fuck happens to Becky, who's misusing her pussy, who's leading her on and having affairs with her at work, whose dick she sucked because she thought, nobody said that she would, that she might lose her job if she didn't suck the dick, right? So now this is what Me Too has turned into. Me Too don't give a fuck about black women, right? They have completely etched us out of this situation. They done took it and hijacked it, right? So even when Becky came out and started talking about all the motherfuckers that are doing shit to her, she named a whole lot of white counterparts. Right? But even though Becky did that, Tom ain't going to jail. Tom ain't serving no time. Tom ain't facing no motherfucking charges, but we gonna lock the nigga up. But I don't see no white boys going to jail, right? I don't see no white boys being charged with no shit. Matter of fact, I see motherfucking white boys raping girls, even though she was white too, but he raped a motherfucking girl, right, at a party when she was passed out. This nigga got 6 months. 6 fucking months because the judge didn't want to ruin his life. Fuck kind of shit is that? See, this is the thing. We watch black people time and time and time of fucking again go to jail for crimes they have committed. We know that black people pay for their crimes. We overly pay for our fucking crimes. And a lot of times we go to jail for crimes we didn't even fucking commit. Right? We die because we just black. We die because we holding cell phones and they supposed to be guns. Like, get the fuck out of here. But we supposed to somehow be in an uproar and all of this over the white women that got raped by Bill? Let me tell you something. This might sound a little bit harsh to y'all, but ask me if I give a fuck. I give no fuck. Say that again. I give no fuck about black men raping white women. Yeah, I said that, right? I don't give a fuck until y'all start giving a fuck about white people, white men raping and mistreating black women. See, we've been raped ever since we came here. Our motherfucking identity, our bodies, our pussies, our minds, we have been completely fucking raped. But they don't pay for that, right? Right? We want to go back 30, 40 years. So, okay. Let's do that then, right? I'm sure that there's a bunch of old white men around here who lynched a whole bunch of people like 40 years ago, who was raping black women even back then. We throwing them motherfuckers in jail? I'll wait, right? Because we don't do that in this country. We only come after black people who commit crimes. So yes, I give no fuck about what Bill did to those white women. I don't. And I never will give a fuck. And I'm never going to care about how black men treat, misuse, or abuse white women, right? I will say this to you. When y'all start giving a fuck about how this country treats black women, then I'll give a fuck about you white women. Until then, I give no motherfucking fucks. And as far as you black people trying to come on here and criticize your own goddamn people, talk about, oh, fair is fair and right is right, and y'all sound crazy, Bill was wrong, and y'all sticking up for him. I ain't sticking up for that nigga. He raped them women, but I am saying, so what? I give no fuck. And while we talking about rape and all you black men want to come over here, I understand that this Me Too movement got y'all in a predicament. So sometimes y'all have to come on here and kiss ass and try and sound like politically correct because y'all don't want to get caught up in that shit, right? I understand that that's what y'all doing, but I'm going to need y'all from a woman's perspective to calm the fuck down, right? We don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's a lot of black women that don't give a fuck, right? Like I said, when you start trying motherfucking white people for their crimes from 30 and 40 fucking years ago, then you could come and talk to me. I'm gonna need you black folks to lay the fuck up off of your people criticizing them because they don't give no fuck. You don't understand everything we've been through in this country? You don't understand that? We look at Bill's situation, and yes, in Bill's motherfucking situation, he was guilty of what the fuck he did, okay? But it is also a big acknowledgement and one more motherfucking time a slap in the face, knowing that Bill is not the only person that has been called to the carpet in this Me Too shit, yet and still he is the only person going to jail. When this nigga ain't even a threat. He a threat? This nigga is 80 years old. He needs something slipped in his drink for his dick to work these days. But we gonna send him to jail. I'm cool with that. I wanna know when we gonna start sending the rest of these motherfuckers to jail, holding them accountable for their crimes, starting with our president. Until then, I give no fuck about these white bitches' tears. I don't. I don't care. And I never will care. And that's how the rest of our people feel. And for those of you that are black and don't understand that, I'm gonna need you to get the fuck out the sunken place. Fuck these motherfuckers till they do right by us.
Oof. All right. Okay. So she's both passionate and very, very coherent and very logical in her arguments, actually. She did a really, if you break down her arguments, she really actually made a lot of really good points. And I saw that video and I just said, okay, I need to talk about this. I'm about to go, but some of y'all said that this gives you strength, and I think that that's exactly what we're supposed to do. I think we're supposed to get strength from each other. I also think that we got to stop being scared of being passionate about how we feel and about the truth. So what I admire the most about this woman's video is that she wasn't scared. She wasn't scared to be angry about the things that we should be angry about. There's a whole lot in America that we should be upset about, and we are scared to be upset because we don't want to be labeled as the angry black person. I mean, nobody's going to get labeled the angry black woman more than this black woman right here, but she has accepted that and accepted the fact that there are some things you're supposed to be mad about. People don't respect you if you don't get mad about it. They look at you like you crazy when you run up and trying to get forgiveness from somebody who ran up in the church and murdered a bunch of people. Like, what's wrong with you? It looks like you're insane. It looks like a mental illness. It really does. It makes people, I mean, you talk about the sunken place. Shit, we got the whole damn black community in the sunken place. Like everybody's in that sunken place. So ultimately, I applaud what she said. I didn't even have to agree with everything she said. I did. I happened to agree. But even if I didn't, the fact that she was passionate and stood by her views and presented a point of view that's different from the bullshit that you're seeing in the media, it makes her my hero. So I'm out of here, guys. I'm about to go. Don't forget, if you want to come out and hang with us in Chicago, we could talk about this tonight if you want to. Go to drboycechicago.com. I'll be here tonight and tomorrow also. And then also next week is Dallas. So if you want to see the whole tour, go to fjtpowernomics.com. That's fjtpowernomics.com. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.